My name is Jodie Ford, and I'm a junior teacher and the English leader at My Online Schooling Junior School. Originally from London and Essex, I've lived in Brighton and Scotland before moving back to Essex at the beginning of this year with my husband. I started my career in education as a teaching and learning assistant, working with nursery children and pupils with additional needs before becoming a qualified teacher. Since then, I've taught across all year groups and learnt a lot along the way. Nothing brings me more joy than teaching pupils, and what I love about my online schooling is that I get to do this on a global scale. My love of teaching stems from my own love of learning, and I believe at our global school especially, there is something new to learn every day. If you ask me what my favourite subject is, the answer changes all of the time. But one subject that I've always been fascinated by is history, as there's so much to learn about the past, and visiting museums and monuments is my ideal day out. Teaching online is fantastic, as there are so many opportunities for pupils to demonstrate their understanding. Pupils can socialise, which is always the first thing people comment on when I say that I teach online. Making connections, whether we're at school, at work, or at home, is so important as human beings. Some of us find it easier to make connections than others. Family and friends are a huge part of my life, and so I understand that, in our school especially, reaching out to others is vital for our well-being and our learning. As a teacher, I ensure that every one of my pupils feels seen, heard, and valued, and I aim to pass that same attitude onto my pupils. My biggest passion is crafting. Since I was young, I've loved to make things. I'm always picking up a new craft, and for the past 2 years, my big passion has been knitting. It has many well-being benefits as you lose yourself in a new project, and the joy of knitting your own item does not get old. I enjoy sewing too, and recently I have tried arm knitting, that's using your arm as knitting needles, and candle making. You can imagine my house is adorned with bunting and knits everywhere, especially at Christmas time. I wonder what my next craft will be. Now, to choose my favourite memory or story from teaching is an almost impossible task, because there have been so many funny and wonderful moments. But a memory that will stick with me forever is when I was teaching in a physical school during the COVID-19 outbreak. So schools were widely closed at the time, apart from being open for select students. So I had a group of Year 4 students who were all quite scared and confused, unsure on why they were at school, didn't particularly want to be there. And they were all from different friendship groups. They hadn't really spoken to each other much. So I made it my mission to ensure that that time we had together was special. So we learnt new skills, played games, did lots of reading and discussion, ran around outside, explored, and had a wonderful time. Now, it seems strange that through such a dark time we found light, but we did. Friendships were made, they enjoyed being there, and I enjoyed it too. So in a really strange and terrible time for the world, we made lasting memories that I will never forget, and I hope they won't forget too. A time to be cherished, definitely. Something I would like to leave you with is my mantra. A ship is safe by the shore, but that's not what it was built for. Challenge yourself. Move out of your comfort zone. That is how we grow. That is how we learn. Whenever I feel nervous about something that lies ahead, I remember that. We were built to challenge ourselves, to move outside of our comfort zones. So try it, and you never know, you might just change your life.